The next part of the creative process is trying to put together in different ways some of the stuff that you've learned from your research. Most graphic designers use mind mapping to do that. It's kind of like word association, if you've ever played that game, where you will write down words or phrases that relate to your project, relate to the assignment. And you just keep writing whatever comes to mind. You don't filter anything out, even if you don't think it makes sense. Don't worry about that, because you never know. Sometimes what you put down, a word you put down over here that doesn't seem to make sense right away, actually makes sense with a word over here. And that's kind of how it works in this mind mapping thing. You put down words and then you let your brain kind of connect things together. Other words, other phrases that make sense, and you put them together by drawing lines and circles. And when you find a new idea, when you come up with a new idea, just write that down and circle it and let your mind connect other words to it. And you can keep doing that as long as you want. The purpose of the mind mapping is to just let your brain flow out with words and phrases that it wants to. You're not trying to filter, you're not trying to evaluate whether they're good or bad. That's a key part to the creative process, is you never want to evaluate whether something is good or bad too early. We kind of do that later on down the road. The initial part of the creative process is letting come out whatever comes out. We don't worry about whether it's good or bad. In fact, 99% of the stuff that comes out we'll never use. And that's okay, because it takes that kind of effort to get to those really golden nuggets of ideas. So you're going to do a word association assignment. Now, one of the things I want to mention to you, and you probably already noticed, that I'm not doing a lot of demonstrating using video anymore. In the beginning of this course, I told you that you're going to have to do a lot of reading, and kind of now it's time to do that. So you're not going to see a video on how to do mind mapping. You're going to have to take some time and do a little bit of research and figure out how to do mind mapping based upon the reading and the information in the assignment. And also know that there is not one way to do mind mapping. People do it differently. A lot of people use colors and sketches and stuff like that. Some people just use pencils. Some people make it explode and go all over the page. Some people just write linear lines and columns and stuff like that. Any way you want to do it, but the key is to let the words and phrases come, and it's about quantity, not quality. When I say quantity, it's not about, success here is not about the quality or how good your words are. It's about how many words you put down, which is why I'm going to require you to do a certain number. When I'm doing a project, I can tell you I do hundreds of words and phrases in my mind mapping stage, hundreds. And you'll get used to it. It'll come pretty easy if you just don't worry about whether or not it makes sense at this point. So dive into the assignment, do some mind mapping, have fun with it, and if you have any questions, just message me or contact me via the discussion board.